The hunt is on for sweets and treats.
Nice shot!
Hello, everybody. Hi, friends. We back. I just turned this on. What the heck? There we go. We're back. Totoro has redeemed it. Here's the baby. Here's the boy. Hey. Say thank you, Auntie Totoro. Hold on. I built her. There you go. Say thank you, Auntie Totoro. Here's the Treatos for the puppos. Yeah. Lancelot's over here tip-tapping. And Miss Potion in the back being a very distinguished young lady. She's just hanging out back here. We got everybody here. Hello, everybody. How are you? Turn this volume down. I got new headphones. Mr. Becca surprised me yesterday with new headphones. So we're trying out our new headphones today. So if there's any kind of audio stuff, it's on my end for sure. Leopard, when is the next whipped cream phase? I don't know when the next whipped cream phase is. Probably gonna be when we do our, maybe I can do that for our next charity campaign. We can do that in October. Our next charity campaign will be in a one day 12-hour stream in October. That'd be a good way to end the stream, is to do a whipped cream face. It's a good suggestion. Thank you. You're back home from camp. I love it. And you got first. Love to see it. And you landed. So congratulations, Totoro. You also get this. You got today off of camp. 3 weeks left. Has been nuts. Love the headphones. You now have a legal trademark and trade name in Canada. Yay! And you finished 2 new books. They're at the editors getting checked. And you broke your elbow. I've been watching your Instagram posts. I think we need to put you in a bubble because you have broken too many things recently. You need to stop. No more. Where are Grayson and Potion? Grayson is over here. Well, he was. Potion is down here on the... Let's see if I can move my pillow out of the way. That black thing right there, that's Potion. And we've got Lancelot. Hi, Mr. Lancelot. He's a sweet boy, too. I've got my Grayson Potion shirt on, so if you guys are wanting a Grayson Potion shirt with some merch... You fired your social media manager? Oh, no! What the heck is going on? Oh, so my computer restarted last night. I'm surprised so far everything is working, supposedly. I'm trying to open up Adobe. There we go. Recently, this one. I need this one. So we're gonna open that, and that, and that. Okay, open those. Perfect. Okay, nice. Good. Okay. Phew! Woof! what do I do during the whipped cream phase? So what we do is we take a plate, like a paper plate or something, fill it with whipped cream, and then I smash it in my face, or I guess my fiance can smash it in my face. And exclamation point join, we got some dungeons going on. Then I would just sit there and acknowledge the fact that the dogs are gonna come over and they will just lick it all off. That's what the dogs end up doing. They really love the whipped cream, so they'll come over and they'll lick it all off my face. Hey Shadow, welcome in. Oh no, they used AI against your wishes. Big yikes. Big yikes. But yeah, here's the link for the merch if you guys are interested in looking at any of our fourth wall stuff. It's chaotic, I will say that. Doing that kind of thing, especially because I only had 2 dogs the last time I did the whipped cream to the face. Now I'm gonna have 3 dogs. It's gonna be even more chaotic, I'm sure. But yeah, I am so glad to be back. Grayson is healing up very well. He is a sweetheart. Grayson, hey, don't, hey, Grayson, don't scratch, honey. No, don't, I know it's itchy. You can't scratch, it's gonna make it worse. Stop it. Come here. Come here and talk to chat. Come here and talk to chat. Here's my lampshade. My Pixar lamp, my cone head, my satellite dish. Yes, I would have three tongues. Oh my goodness. Oh, that feels good. Oh my goodness. He is just a baby. I know. He knows it too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. So good. So good. You're welcome. Thank you. I love you. Mwah. Hey, don't scratch, okay? I know your elbows are itchy, but they're still healing. You can't scratch them or it's gonna make it worse. Okay? No scratching. I love you. Alright, go away. So I will give you guys a little bit of an update. So I had to start streaming a few minutes late because I was on the phone with the vet. The vet called and wanted to give me an update. They had gotten the pathology report back from one of the tumors that they removed. I only paid for one of the tumors to do the full biopsy, and I wasn't planning on needing to do the other 2, so I was like, yeah, we'll just do the one that was the most concerning. And so the pathology came back and they said that there's good news and bad news. Is that the bad news is it was a little bit more serious than they thought. Originally they said it was a fibroma, which is just a collection of extra fibrous tissue that was growing on the outside. Hi! I should say, hi! You're here just in time. I'm giving the update from the vet. Yeah, so the vet called and said that good news and bad news for Grayson is that the bad news is it was a little bit more serious than they thought it was originally. Originally they thought it was just a fibroma. That's what the cells showed on the slide. But upon further investigation is that it's actually a fibrocarcinoma. And so they said it was cancer, was indeed cancer, level 1 out of 3. So she said that she got clean margins and surgery is really the only recommendation for stage 1 cancer. And so she got it all. And so that is good to go. Lightning says hi. For the right elbow. The left elbow, since we didn't send that one over. Hi, Lizzie. Since we didn't send that one over for pathology, she's not 100% sure if she got clean margins or what that one actually is. So she said if I would like to, she still kept the masses, his little skin tag and the other elbow mass. If we want to send those in, then that would be $360. You want us to? Okay, then if you want to call Banfield for me and let her know before she tosses it. I didn't tell her to toss it. I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to assume that they're both cancer because they were the same kind of thing. I'm just going to assume that they were both. She thinks, and that's the goal, but she can't guarantee that she got it all. That's the part of the biopsy, is the biopsy would say how much of margin, if she got clean margins or not, because they would determine that, yes, they found the edges of all the cancer to when they finally see clean skin and healthy cells. So that... Right. That's kind of how I felt about it, because she's like, she feels that she got it all, but, I mean... Huh?
How do we know?
If the biopsy says that they're, we wouldn't. Yeah, so that is the possibility, is that with the fibrocarcinomas, they have about a 10 to 30% chance of regrowth, of coming back. But with a level 1, she's not concerned. Level 1s don't usually metastasize, so she's not concerned that it has gone anywhere else in his body. And there's really nothing else more that would be recommended. If it comes back and says that she did not get clean margins, he would then need to go in for another surgery on his elbow area, but she would not be able to do it because of how little skin there is there. He would have to go to a special oncology surgeon to do that. And all of that just sounds very extra expensive, and he's 10 and a half years old. It's like, do I want to put him through another surgery for his quality of life? Exactly. I'm thinking that it was a God thing when they found the mass in his mouth, because we went in for a tooth extraction and then they found a tumor growing in his mouth and they got it out, clean margins. God thing then. Same thing with this one. I feel like it was a God thing for this one because it just wouldn't stop bleeding. It's been on his elbows for a long time, and I've never been concerned about it until it just would not stop bleeding. And so we got it taken care of, and it was still a stage 1. So thank you, Totoro. I appreciate it. Thank you. We need more whipped cream content. I think we can accommodate that, and we'll find a time to do a special whipped cream stream once Grayson is fully healed. We'll do an extra whipped cream day for him. We'll make sure to do that. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome in. Eyeballs. Alright, you crazy kids. I just trimmed my fingernails. Can I get it off? I got it. Boom. Yay, you got 9 points. Also, my computer restarted. Yeah, but so far I haven't had any issues. Like, everything has turned on, like, all the sound effects have been working. So I'm not sure why. Everything is working just fine. The only thing that wasn't working was my Stream Deck because I had to re-log in, and that was very odd. I had to re-log into the account, but... So there you go, guys. The good and the bad is Grayson did have cancer, but the vet feels she got it all and that he should be good to go, and all we have to do is just monitor, and she'll keep an eye out on those elbow joints on his future visits, and if any other bumps start to appear elsewhere, then we'll have to take more action quicker with those. Other than that, I think he is a healthy boy, and he's going to live a long, healthy life with us and be super happy to get all of the treats and snuggles and butt scratches and walkies and all that good stuff. So, thank you guys for your prayers and your well wishes. Thank you for letting me take the last week off. And it was just a time that I needed to take with him.
what made me decide to do that, I've seen other streamers do like whipped cream or pies to the face or anything, and I thought it'd be really funny to do as a charity incentive. And since I didn't have a significant other at the time when I started doing the whipped cream faces, I was like, I'm just gonna, I guess, pie myself, but I don't like pie, so I'm just gonna whipped cream myself. So I smashed the plate into my face, and I was like, well, now what do I do? And the dogs at that point had jumped up on the chair and were really excited. I'm like, I know what we're gonna do. So I would sit on the futon and just let them go to town and clean off my face until I would go wipe off the rest of it with a washcloth. But yeah, I mean, I just took inspiration from other streamers. That's basically what a lot of streamers do, is they see somebody else do it and they either imitate or come up with their own similar way of doing things. So that was my way of doing something similar to other people, is to just to let the dogs deal with it and just go from there. It's funny, I will say. I believe I have some clips saved. You could probably go into the panels below and go to where it says clips and go to some clips from a few years ago. I think it was like maybe 3 years ago or so when I did the whipped cream face. But I think I have some clips that you could go and watch from a long time ago. They are quite funny, I will say. That's why I did it, and I should probably bring it back like you've suggested. So I think we'll plan out to do that. My favorite thing is to eat delicious, delicious pineapple. It's so good. So good. Fact. Mr. Rebecca says fact. Fact. Yeah. He says, Lightning, you're right on the money. Fact. Who would be the third dog? So the third dog is our sweet boy Lancelot. He is down here snoozing. He's the newest of our bunch. So here's our family here. So we've got all three. We've got Grayson, Potion, and Lancelot. So he's the newest of our bunch. He's my fiance's puppy. Exclamation point join. Does Mr. Becca like pineapple? He likes pineapple a lot. He likes what?
Pina colada.
He likes pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Grayson is a husky shepherd wolf mix. Potion is, in my opinion, she's a Rottweiler mix, but according to the DNA, she is a poodle coyote Tibetan Mastiff mix with some boxer thrown in there. I think they gave me the wrong dog's DNA. Don't get me started on that one. And then Lancelot is like a lab mutt kind of mix. I have finished all the parts of our German Shepherd that we had started a while back. So this is going to be a gift for my dad. My dad is going through some health scares right now, and they are waiting to get all the... they're waiting for the radiologist at his urologist to look at his scans and verify if and when he might need surgery, and if they have to remove the whole kidney, part of the kidney, if he's going to have to go through chemo radiation, lots of different things going on with my dad. So since he's going to be going to lots and lots and lots of doctor appointments, I wanted to make something, and our family dog is a German Shepherd named Banjo. So I wanted to make something special for my dad. So this is going to be something that my dad can bring with him to appointments or just have on his nightstand, and just know that he's got his daughter and future son-in-law thinking of him, praying for him, hoping for all the good things. And of course he's got his grand puppy's dog hair all over the project too, so the doggies are also thinking of Grandpa. They're so well behaved most of the time. Most of the time they're well behaved. I love my babies. They're good babies. But yes, they're very cute. Grayson and Potion have gone through a lot of training, so I made sure to take them through a lot of training. But Lancelot's picking up the commands and things like that. He mostly knows Spanish, so I'm having to do commands in English and Spanish just to get him to respond appropriately. But anywhoozle, the goal for today is to finish up and sew all the pieces of our German Shepherd together and get that guy finished. And then I hope to be able to finish off sewing some parts of this little Charizard that I'm making. Get that one all sewn together. He's multilingual. I know, right? Are they very kissy and cuddly? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Potion is the most kissy of all the dogs. And she snuggles with me like she's a Velcro dog. She is attached to me at all times. Lancelot is a shadow. He follows me upstairs, downstairs, bathroom, laundry room. Could care less. He follows me around. Grayson is the most independent of the doggies, but he's the most needy of the doggies. When he wants something, he will not leave you alone until you get it for him or do whatever he needs. And he will shove his butt into your face, your chest, your arms, because he loves butt scratches. He is absolutely a baby. So if this was Grayson's butt, he just really, really, really loves the butt scratches. And I give him spankings. He really loves the spankings. I don't know why. He's a sensory dog, that's for sure. Okay, so we have the head. I feel like I'm gonna put the head onto the body first. I think if I can sew the head onto the body first, then we can put the ears on, because we'll have better placement. So put that in here, just so I have an idea of where the placement's going to go. I guess that's pretty good placement-wise. I like it. Exclamation point join. Why did I stop? Just, it was, one, because it was messy, and two, I didn't want to have our entire stream community to only be associated with the whipped cream. Like I didn't want you guys to get bored with the idea of donating because you get the same redeems and same incentives every single time. I try to come up with different things to keep you guys excited and motivated to continue our fundraising efforts for charity. But yeah, I just didn't want you guys to get bored, really. Yeah. But if that's something that you guys really liked and you wish I'd bring back, I'm happy to do that. I just haven't done it in a little while, so if that is something you would like me to do, I am happy to take that into consideration and add it. Ugh. Okay. I'm off camera for a little bit because I'm adding some fiber fill to the belly of this German Shepherd because it didn't feel stuffed properly. Oh, no. It's not that I didn't like it. I thought it was hilarious. We still have a few charity milestones and incentives that we owe you guys. We just haven't had the time with Grayson getting sick and all that stuff. We haven't focused on doing some of these redemptions, but I do owe a few things to you guys. You know how Lego people unbuild? How about undoing a crochet? So that is something that I could do as well, but it's one of those things that once a project is completed, it's almost impossible to to undo a crochet project. If I'm doing it in the middle of the project, I have thought about that. Oh no, you're fine, Leopard. Absolutely. You're totally fine. I do owe a mommy stream, so Becca Mom, I've told her many times, and she keeps hoping that you guys are gonna forget. I've told her that you guys are not forgetting, that you're relentless, that she owes a Becca Mom stream. So one of these days, I'm gonna get Becca Mom to come over, and she'll do her Becca Mom stream. We do doggy streams a lot, Leopard, actually. So that's something that you can use channel points. So if you look below your screen name in the chat bar, you can earn channel points by being here, active in chat, watching, collecting bonus things. Having stream streaks will increase your points quickly. Hey, Andrew! And we also do that for charity milestones as well. Yeah, I do doggy bonus dog streams a lot. And this is the entirety of the stream. Is I have this camera turned on, and that's the entirety of stream, as we just watch the dogs sleep. That's the entirety of the doggy cam stream. Okay. How close are we to another milestone? Ooh, that's a great question. Well, we just finished our St. Jude campaign in May, our most recent one, and we hit $25,000 for St. Jude. Let's see. I can pull that up real quick. Maybe. There we go. Let's see. I'm going to open up... Where's Tiltify? There it is. I couldn't find... So for our May campaign, when we hit $25,000, I started playing Elden Ring. That was our big goal, is when I hit $25,000, I have to do a playthrough of Elden Ring. And I've never played a Souls game. Elden Ring has not been something I've ever wanted to play, but chat was really motivated to get me to play this super hard and scary game. So I've been playing through Elden Ring. We have hit total on Tiltify $29,306.14 for all charities. For St. Jude specifically, I'm gonna have to come over here to St. Jude Play Live. St. Jude Play Live tools. There it is. Okay. Let's see here. Lifetime. So lifetime for St. Jude. Page not found. Very good. Give me 1 second. Lifetime. Paste.
Nice shot!
Come on. 25,536. That's what we have done so far lifetime for St. Jude. 25,500. So next milestone, I guess technically, is the 30,000 at for Tiltify, but that includes our charities for Starlight and Stand Up to Cancer. It includes that money. So we're less than $700 away from 30,000. And then for St. Jude, our next St. Jude milestone, I guess, will also be 30,000 probably. So we've got about $4,500 until we get to that next milestone. The last whipped cream thingy, like I said, was a few years ago. It was a little while ago. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I think that is going to be a good angle now. All right, let's do this. Exclamation point join. Okay.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Mommy? Sorry.
Hey.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
What's with the mommies? Did somebody land? I don't think so, right? Oh, Lizzie did land. Oh, you're right. Lizzie did land. Lizzie, congratulations on landing. You gotta go for like 30 minutes. Be back at the start of the next hour with more whipped cream and dog questions. Perfect. All right. Enjoy your break. Thank you for coming in. See you in 30. All right. What have you guys been up to this last week? What are some milestones that you guys accomplished this week? We got our wedding invitations this week. They came in, I believe, on Wednesday night. So now I'm going to my mom's tomorrow to work on the Cricut stuff and get the wedding invitations with a nice little DIY touch to it. And then we'll get those mailed out. So that was my big accomplishment this week. I also finished just a fun little project of my own. See, I'm gonna go grab it for you guys. This is a fun little project I did it on my own. So I finished this guy, this cool dragon. So he's really, really large. But I did this guy for fun. This was one of the patterns that Raceland gifted to us off of our throne wish list. So I wanted to make this cute dragon. It's super soft and buttery, and I think he's adorable.
Lizard.
Super, super cute.
Welcome to the Boo Crew.
Welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow. Hold on. Wait. Welcome to Becca Boo Crew, where I must eat you. Thank you for being here. You are orange. Yum, yum, yum. You recently started Tunisian crocheting a sweater for your mom. Very cool. I have not tried Tunisian crochet. I've seen people do it, and it looks like crocheting meets knitting, and it looks fairly complicated. That's awesome. PK! Cheers to you. And stretch. Thank you, PK. Thank you.
Meow, meow, meow,
Meow, meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. 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 It's actually easy to do and builds up rather quickly. Oh, very cool. It just looks super complex, so I've never tried it, but that's awesome. Does your mom have a birthday coming up? Is it for birthday, Christmas, just because? Thank you for giving the lovely PK a shout out. She has been streaming a lot more consistently lately, so please make sure you guys have notifications turned on for when this beautiful creature goes live. She's been doing a lot of Palia. Just cause I love that. Love that. Our parents do a lot for us, at least most. Most parents do a lot for their kids. So it's always nice to show some appreciation throughout the year and not just a birthday, Christmas, anniversary, Mother's Day, Father's Day type thing. Exclamation point, join. She loves the fall, so you're doing it out of fall colors. See, I love that because that just shows that you know your mom really well, and it's going to be extra meaningful for her. and something that she's going to love. So I'm sorry that I have not been able to post the Elden Ring videos the last couple of weeks. For whatever reason, my recordings from OBS are no longer working with my DaVinci Resolve that I use for video editing. So I'm trying to figure out another alternative, and there really has not been an alternative that works. Except I downloaded Filmora, and I was able to edit one of the videos very easily on Filmora. It was very simple to do, came out really beautifully. However, then at the very end when I'm trying to render it, because I'm using the free version, it puts this really large, obnoxious watermark across the center of the video, not even in the bottom corner or somewhere onto the side that's not super noticeable. It's smack dab in the middle of the well, I have been, as a thing, Totoro, I've been using DaVinci. DaVinci Resolve has been my go-to for years, but DaVinci and OBS, now there's an issue with the the way that the files work together, and I've gone through every setting. I've used Gemini, I've used ChatGPT, I have watched YouTube videos, we've found tutorials on different forums on Reddit, we've talked to other people, and we cannot. I've changed every setting known to man, and it does not work. But I use Filmora, but the only way I can get rid of that watermark is if I pay for the account, and I'm trying to justify spending $80 to get the Filmora lifetime account. So yeah. So Becca Friendo, help me out here. I really want to resume my current project that you have put off for the last 2-3 months, and you can really use my help to motivate you to get motivated to finish it. It's a blanket yarn plushie for your local bestie, and you promised her you would finish it as soon as you could. What is the plushie? What kind of plushie do you have? Yeah, they have a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription, or a one-time lifetime subscription. So the monthly/yearly subscription seems a little bit silly to me. The lifetime one does not come with all the bells and whistles that the yearly subscriptions do, obviously, but I'm not going to use the AI stuff. There's most of the yearly subscriptions have a lot of AI edits and extra pizzazz. I'm never going to use those. I literally want something simple that I can upload my video, cut, splice, move things together, and submit. And that's what I've been doing on DaVinci Resolve. I'm very basic, very bare bones. I don't want anything super fancy and crazy. Yeah, and that's all my files have ever been, Totoro. I've never had it be the 265, which is what Google said is probably the issue, but it's always been a 264. I've never had it be anything else. A spicy anthropomorphic character that has some deer and monster features. You show me a picture, but it's likely going to be too spicy for you to see your show on stream. Hey, I don't mind seeing something. Sharing it is a different story. If you want to shoot me a DM, I don't mind looking at something. I've made plenty of spicy crochet stuff. I've made plenty. Like for my best friend's kid, for their birthday, I crocheted them something super spicy with my best friend's permission. I got mom's permission. You can get an older version of Movie Maker. Interesting. I'll have to look into that one because I'm just not sure. I tried CapCut and the file's too large. I've tried going online and uploading it to to do a file resizer, and the file's too large even for the file resizers. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It may be something that I may just suck it up and pay for Filmora. I'm so used to DaVinci, but really all that I use it for are sometimes to take VODs, cut them down, and upload them to YouTube. I haven't done it consistently in a while, but it's mostly for the Elden Ring playthrough that I'm doing right now. You've worked as film and video editor, so you know the tricks of the trade. Hey, I appreciate that. Any advice you have, I would be honored to have some of that wisdom instilled to me. So let's see. To give What a Yarnaholic some motivation. It's got some deer and monster features. Okay, so motivation. You got this. You just need the psychological pep talk. Okay, you know what? This calls for the cards. This calls for our affirmation cards. Alright, What a Yarnaholic, you get a free affirmation card. It's completely free. You're not gonna have to spend any channel points. Pick a number 1 through 10. I literally only have 10 cards left. Get it done or you're banned. I mean, that's Lightning's motivation. Sure, thank you, Totoro. 9? Alright, here we go. Okay, alright. What a Yarnaholic, here we go. Your affirmation is gratitude. Today, I am grateful for all of the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little bit grateful for, like hot showers and music, and the fact that humans invented the internet, and I'm not allowed to use it whenever I want to. Or I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. Gratitude. Let's break this down. First of all, gratitude. Your friend will be so full of gratitude for you making them something and taking your time and energy and your talent to handcraft them a gift. They're gonna have so much gratitude. But second, let's look at this part. I'm allowed to use fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. You're gonna be using your fingers and thumbs to hold your hook and your yarn to make it go. You're taking your fingers and thumbs and you're going to make something amazing. Let that be a little bit of motivation for you to get this project done. I know I have also had the same issue. I'm working on Lightning's project. I have not had motivation for Lightning's project. It's not that I haven't been motivated, it's just his project is a lot of detail work involved, but I have finally, like 3 or 4 months later, continued working on it, and I feel so much better knowing I've done a little bit each day. Let it be something that you take your time with it and set aside, okay, I'm going to do 10 minutes of crocheting, I'm going to sew on 1 antler today, or I'm going to sew on both arms and legs today, or I'm going to do just the head today, and then move on to the next day, to the next day, to the next day. You're so welcome. I hope you're able to get that done. I can't wait to see what it looks like after you finish making it. I know your friend is going to be so full of gratitude and appreciation. Alright, here is part of Mr. Banjo. Now we gotta put the big ol' satellite ears on. So we got our massive satellite ears here.
Exclamation mark start drop.
There we go, we're dropping! You too with lightning? It's a bit aggressive for your taste. I love it. Lizzie! Yes! Lizzie's capybara landed.
Nice shot!
Nice shot. Okay, I think... Getting the... Remember, Banjo has massive satellite ears. So he has to have perfectly placed, ginormous ears for this boy. I think that's good. That's a good spot for his ears, but I want it to be a little bit more pointed forwards and not. So it's kind of like curls down like this. You're super sleepy, so you're gonna head off to bed. Oh, you're totally fine, PK. I haven't streamed in a while. I get it. Thank you for coming in. Have a good sleep, my friends. Mwah. Am I working on a Pokemon pupper? No, this is just a generic German Shepherd. It's gonna be a gift from my dad, because of our family dog Banjo is a German Shepherd, and I thought this would be really cute. That's true, if we get a perfect 100 in the drop game, I'm not banned for a day, but Lightning loses his mod status for a day. Or Mr. Becca, but really, we all know the excitement is Lightning losing that sword. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close to getting these ears on correctly. And the funniest part is nobody can do it. I know! Exclamation point, join! Don't forget these dungeons, y'all. Yeah, I have a photo of Banjo. Let's pull Banjo up just to show you guys. Collections. I'm gonna look at doggies. I'll scroll through all of my million photos of Grace, and there's Mr. Banjo. So this is the handsome boy Banjo with his big old satellite ears, trying to fit into a super tiny dog bed because he doesn't realize he's a big boy. He's very funny. He does not realize how big he is. So Banjo is bigger than Grayson. Banjo's 120, 130 pounds, something like that. There he is. Look at that big boy. There he is in comparison to Potion. He's so big. Oh yeah, here's a good one of all three of them to look at the size of them. Size difference. And this is from 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Coming up, yeah, it's 4.5 years ago. This is 2021. Christmas 2021. Your thumbs are trying to type Banco. No, his name's definitely not Banco. There we go. I'm trying to get this last spot. Alright, let's see. How do the ears look now? That's doable. That's manageable. Exclamation point join. Okay, that's... I want to get this little corner piece right here at the edge of this ear. I feel like I'm not super happy with this part right here. There we go, that's better. That feels better. That works. That'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to leave the yarn tail up here at the top. I'm gonna actually zoom out because you guys aren't really able to see too much what I'm doing. I'm gonna leave the yarn tail out so I can sew the, or knot the ears together. I mean, my dad's not going to be one that's pulling on the ears and playing with it insanely, but I just don't want it to possibly come apart over time.
Good night, Ash. Sweet dreams. Out here in the quiet of the night, beneath the stars.
Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, if you want to, absolutely. Or if you want to post it in Discord, absolutely okay. Just use the spoiler tag and put a little thing to say, hey, this has got it's a little bit spicy. Just use the spoiler tag if you want to post a finished image. That's my only caveat when it comes to anybody posting stuff in Discord is feel free to post things. Just use the spoiler tag. Eh. Yeah, of course. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Trying to get this over here. You have rotten tomatoes in your fridge? Oh dear. Oh. Oh dear. Ooh. At least it's not pineapples in your fridge. No, I think this actually needs to be a couple rows farther back. Exclamation point join. I heard the goat going off. Store crappy movies. I see what you did there. Clever.
Why do you turn away? It must be you're afraid like me. I try, but I can't pretend that I don't feel for you the way I do. Can't you see?
Okay, this feels like a better angle. I'm actually going to, weirdly enough, you play with words like you play with your food, except the deer keep getting away. I'm actually gonna stick that right there, so I know the height of this. There we go. This is always the hardest part, is to get the ears symmetrical, but also to still look like normal placed ears. Whoops. Kindred Spirits. Hey, Sunshine. Welcome in. How are you? Happy Saturday morning to you. Kindred Spirits. That's what we love about this community, is we've got people who are very similar in personality. Or have more things in common than people may realize. Another Texan. Yeehaw, man. I don't think you guys could handle more Texans. We are too special of a bunch. Abilene. Originally from Wichita Falls. One of my friends ended up moving to Wichita Falls. Her husband took a government job out there. So she is now the music therapist in Wichita Falls. So again, now we're going to take the placement of this. Oops. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Oh my goodness, y'all are yelling at me. No, he meant Sunshine Cowgirl. But hey, Louisiana's the neighbor. Louisiana's our Texas neighbor. Yeehaw. Yeehaw adjacent. Ads are kicking off in 1 minute. Just a heads up, if you're not subscribed, you can head over to YouTube and keep watching the show uninterrupted, or you can choose to subscribe if you'd like to, or third option, take that 3-minute bio break and take a break away from the computer screen, stand up, stretch, hydrate, bio, do whatever you need to take care of yourself. And then you'll see me again after ads are done. Your babies are part Louisianian, yan, yan, yan. Louisiana. Nun. What's with the boo? Why are you booing? Oklahoma's #1. And what? Oklahoma's #1 and what? Ranching, maybe? What do you guys have in Oklahoma? You have a lot of ranches, I assume, right? Lots of farmland? Exclamation point join. We got another dungeon. Okay, I have tied the ears together. Let's sew them down. Weave these ends here. Here's part 1. You're #1 in everything. Well, I can tell you're not #1 in basketball. Though my school, Kansas Jayhawks, we apparently got our butts handed to us during our exhibition summer game against Kentucky. I didn't watch, but I read the Facebook comments, and apparently it was not pretty. It was not good. But we'll see how this basketball year goes. All right, so there's our satellite ears. Let's get this pink part sewn in here. Gotta put this somewhere. There we go. Now, oh no. All I'm trying to do is just get this pink in here a little bit, and then I'll trim. There. Okay, next one, same thing. You knew you could feel safe living in New Orleans. You would have moved to that glorious city a long while ago. You love the vibes there. People can be so great, but you get put off by the levels of violent crimes. Yeah, that's very fair. And ads. Gotcha. Goodbye. 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 Bye. All my friends are stuck in ads. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh no. Alright, both ears are done. Okay, so now we've got Banjo with a face and ears. I feel like I could have done something different with the ears, but that's okay. It's alright. It's okay. Still cute. Even if not perfect, still cute. Alright, so now we take the back piece. Exclamation point join. That's the back piece. I can't tell which part is the top and which part is the bottom of the back piece. So the back piece starts with 12 and ends with only 8 stitches. So this part down here is the longer part, so that's the bottom. And this is the top part. Okay. Fine and dandy. And I will stretch this as we go. It wants me to use pins to sew it down into position, but I'm actually just going to use stitch markers just to get an area. Doesn't have to be an exact placement, but at least will keep us closer. Lock those into place. Okay. So there's our back piece. I could probably even put that back piece a little bit lower. I think so. I think it's gonna be okay. Welcome back! Yay! How were ads? Hope ads were fantastic. Is it gonna be a raccoon? Nope, this is not a raccoon. This is not Jimothy. Oh, believe me, I've considered Jimothy. There's lots of Jimothy patterns right now. I've considered, but no. This one's going to take me a little while to sew it down because I had to leave such a long tail. What's that? Exclamation point, Joy! How many of you know and love Vincent van Gogh's art? It was sort of an exhibition thing in New Orleans that showcases art and talked about his life. Oh, very cool. One of your best experiences? Nice. I am not an art person. I have an appreciation of people who can do art. I am not fancy enough or educated enough, or I don't know what the best way to describe it is. When I go to an art gallery or a museum and I look at the art, I'm like, oh, that's really pretty, and that's about it. I don't get this existential crisis of sorts where I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, look at all the I can see the nuances here. I don't see any of that. I just see pretty paintings. So I have an appreciation of pretty things, but especially modern art and sculptures, I'm just like, that's worth $8 million. I could paint that at home right now on stream, and no one's gonna pay me $8 million. You used to love art, not anymore though because of your hands. You gotta get some laundry done, no worries. Take care, Totoro. Good luck on your chores and errands. Where is it? This one right here. He had a tragic life with bipolar disorder. I have heard that he had some mental illness. I mean, obviously, he's the one that chopped off his ear, right? Yeah. Well, I'm glad he was able to find a way. I'm someone who is a huge advocate for those with mental illness or with disabilities to have a way to express themselves when they maybe can't verbally or socially do so. So I love that he was able to find something that was a passion of his to give him an outlet, even if it was something that didn't end well for him all the time. Exactly, yeah, he just didn't have the access to the meds and therapies and treatments that we are. While there's so much terrible stuff going on in the world of today, I am super blessed that I have access to not only the career that I have chosen with my music therapy, and I can provide the gift of therapy and emotional and safe outlets for my clients, but also that there are medications and treatments that prolong life, quality of life, extend good moments. Yes, very important. It's probably the only thing that could truly keep up with him as long as he did was the paintings. Yeah. That's why art therapy is such an important, expressive, creative therapy for those that are in rehab and hospitals and just centers that people need to have that expressive outlet. And having art therapy and music therapy together, beautiful combination. I'm always going to be somebody who advocates to expand my my career choice and let people know about music therapy as an option, especially if there's, you never know who you're going to have in chat. Maybe I have somebody who owns a nonprofit or a clinic and they are like, wait, I've never heard of music therapy. That's so cool. What is this? Tell me more. I would love to be able to always talk about that. That's why also with St. Jude, like St. Jude, they have art therapists and music therapists that are on staff and work with our kids, and that's so super cool. A lot of history is repeating itself. There's still a lot of good things. Yeah. When I had to be gluten-free because of my food allergy back in 2020, it was one of those things that even just 5 or 10 years prior to that, They just did not have very many options for those that are gluten-free, or the foods were cardboard and hard and stale and just really the stereotypical, oh yeah, when I think of gluten-free foods, it's just awful. Well, no, I was so blessed that my diagnosis came during a time when the food was actually, I didn't taste a difference most of the time. There were a few that just the way that the science works didn't work perfectly, but it was still a lot better than it was probably just even 10 years ago. The vase of sunflowers painting will always have a place in your heart and live in your head rent-free. Love that. Are sunflowers your favorite flower? Okay, here we go. I think I overestimated the amount of yarn I was going to need for sewing this down, as I tend to do. Oops. It's okay. I would rather have too much yarn than not enough to be able to sew something down. It used to taste awful and you're glad it tastes better. Yeah, exactly. And thankfully, I don't have to be gluten-free anymore. My food allergy has gone away. But in talking with my dietitian yesterday, she was recommending, because I have a lot of GI issues, that she's like, maybe we should go back to doing a gluten-free, dairy-free elimination diet, and then slowly start adding stuff back in to see what patterns we find, what causes some of my discomfort and pain and issues. And I'm over here just like, but I've added gluten back into my diet for the last 7 months. Wouldn't I have had issues earlier if it was the gluten? And she's like, yeah, I mean, usually. So I don't think it's a gluten issue, though. She does want me to go and get celiac tested, which again, I don't feel like I have celiac because I would have had issues the last 7 months. It's not your favorite, but the spiritual, folksy symbolism is what seals the deal for you. It looks so cheerful and warm and tends to bring out a growing depressive slump when you see them. I love that. Yeah. Like when I went to school in Kansas, the sunflower is the Kansas state flower. So there's a special place in my heart for sunflowers. We're almost done with sewing on this back piece to our banjo boy here. Okay. Here we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right now we gotta just weave this strand of black in here, get this out of our way. I'm gonna do it a couple of times. There we go. Oops. Oopsies. I actually have quite a bit, like a nice long strand here. I'm gonna keep this on the side so I can use it to for other projects when I have to have just a little bit to do a mouth or eyelashes or something. You're gonna crochet and lurk. Doggo looking good. Thanks, Lizzie. Okay, it's the music. I thought I heard somebody making like some watery licking noise behind me, but Lancelot's sleeping and Grayson's not even in here, so it must be just the music. Now, arms. So here's actually one of the parts. It does ask to have little black strands to indicate the 3 little fingers up here. So I could use this black yarn for that. Possibly. It does calm me down a lot. Yeah, I love that. Why am I crying? I'm not. So I went to the eye doctor a couple weeks ago, and he said that I have an eye condition that just causes my eyes to be super itchy. The right where the eyelashes and the eyelid meet is a kind of rosacea, and it's just going to be constantly itchy and have the like eye crusty boogies stuff all the time. So if you ever see me rubbing my eyes, it's because my eyeball rosacea is acting up. Becca's not crying, I'm crying, right? Something like that. Okay. You should shower. When the spawn awakens, you shall have to stop. Or you have to go shopping. I gotcha. I gotcha. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your shower and shopping. Alright, we're getting this first arm. Okay. Pick up Lightning some Legos while you're out shopping. And send me some more yarn while you're at it. Lightning, who won the Lego set last night? You gotta go hunt for a phone charger if you're gonna be able to reference the pattern while you finish your project. No worries. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Exclamation point join. It wasn't you? Oh man. It was weird because like on my stream elements, it was telling me that he hasn't chosen a winner yet. I was like, wait, did he finish stream and didn't choose a winner? That doesn't seem right. Hey, Bahantame! Oh, you found one? Perfect! Oh, I gotcha. No worries, no worries. I was just curious. I figured it wasn't me, or else you would have messaged me and been like, "Oh my gosh, Becca, you won!" Or I would have gotten something from Zach or one of the mods. I figured it wasn't me. Alright, one arm down. Oh, Sweet Potion had to shift, and now she's extra cute. trying to get this in here. So challenging to get these sewn down sometimes. Alright, Lightning has started another dungeon. Exclamation point joy! This is the last side on this arm, and then I'm going to snake the yarn underneath inside of the project to the other side to sew down at least a little bit of the top of the arms. That way they don't just flop all over the place. I still want them to be kind of floppy, but not as floppy as they currently are. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Why are you crying? Because you lost the... No! You lost 25% of your Becca booze. Alright. Alright, so he's got his arms here. Got our banjo with arms. I will add the little feet stitches in a second. Now it says to add the collar. I'm not going to sew a collar on okay, so this one, the feetsies. Next are the feetsies. Yeah, something like that. You got... no worries. You forgot their names. All good. So they're clearly not people that we all know and love and care for. Dogs don't have arms. They do have arms. They literally have arms and legs. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let's flop these back here. Get out of the way. Now, I want this. We're gonna flip him over. Okay. There we go. I've got the legs placed. One at a time. I didn't have to do the ears when I did the ears because it's saying do the legs and then do the ears. Oops. Oopsies. Whoops. Trying to be sure I have the right angle for the leg before I start to sew it down. This pattern also came with an adaptation for not just the German Shepherd, but also for a Husky. And they came with not only just the large versions like we see here, but it came with miniature versions too. And I was like, oh, that is so cute. So it came with like miniature versions of the doggo. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is a large, it looks small to you. No, this is the norm, I guess, normal / large. Ugh, the Pocopia music. Makes me miss playing Pocopia. Okay. Okay, I think that's the right angle that I wanted. Now, part 2. Oops. Where did the top of this yarn come from? So, there we go. I gotta fix the angle again. Gotta undo it and try it again. Hold on. This vicinity-ish. Ugh, it's so tricky to get the right placement. Okay. Exclamation point join. It's just you and me, Lightning. That is okay. We don't have to keep doing dungeons all the time. It's up to you guys if we do dungeons at all, because y'all are the ones that redeem the dungeon spawns using your channel points. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. I'm just trying to still keep there to be things that chat can do to remain active and keep the flow going, so y'all aren't too bored. I hope that I'm not super boring. I know I'm not the most entertaining. I don't do a lot of upbeat, crazy, energetic stuff like some streamers do. That's just not our vibe. But also, I hope that we're not, like, a boring vibe. Sometimes upbeat, crazy, energetic is too much. Same. That's why I haven't done it, is because it's overstimulating to me.
The hunt is on.
I also sometimes feel like it might be fake.
Treats.
Like, maybe it's not fake, but sometimes it feels so overdone that it feels not genuine. And it's just too much. Like the overstimulation that I get. And I'm like, yeah, no, I gotta mute this and go away. How you doing, Ayanima? Thank you for giving them a shout out. A Canadian game developer is all about that pixel art life. She's been on an Elden Ring modding spree. Hey, I've been playing some Elden Ring. Don't let that fool you. This trans streamer also crafts Metroidvanias about spiders. You craft Metroidvanias? Cool. And when she's not gaming or coding, probably rocking a cool hat and maybe even crocheting. I love that. Your AC is broken. Oh, that sucks. Yikes. Oh. Big ol' yikes. I'm doing a first ever playthrough of Elden Ring with my fiance and one of my best friends. They are helping me through it. I've never done a Souls game. It's not my typical game style of choice. I am just a big wimp. But yeah, it's a lot of, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think because I have my friends helping me and doing the summoning and cooperators, it does make it more challenging because it increases the health of the bosses, but also it means that we're going to have invaders, and that part has been annoying. It hasn't been the worst experience, but it's also sometimes not been very fun to have invaders, but it's just par for the course. If I'm going to play with friends, it's part of the game, I guess. Okay, so we got our doggo. He now can sit. He can sit up. So now we have to add the tail. I'm going to add a little bit more fiber fill to this. What kind of stuff do you like to crochet? That's really cool. Another person who does Elden Ring and crochets. And you're a game developer. That's really super cool. Thank you, Lizzie, for adding more dungeons to our ever-going list. You only started crochet last Saturday? Oh, awesome! Very cool. We love new people to the craft. I can also ask you the same thing. How are you enjoying? Hope you're enjoying crocheting. Still very bad at it, as everybody should be when they are brand new. Perfect. And it is supposed to overlap just slightly to that. That's good. Fun, challenging, a little frustrating. Yes. All those same words. I taught a beginner crochet camp this summer to kids in my school district. And that was something that a lot of the students said, is that it's very challenging, frustrating, but they were really enjoying it, and they said that I just made it look super easy, and it motivated them to keep going, because even though they were getting frustrated, they knew that they would eventually get it. And I only had one student in that class that told me at the end, yeah, I'm never crocheting again. Not for me. So I had a class of 16 students, which is far too many. I regret my life choices. Past Becca was overzealous in the number of kids that you could handle in a crochet class. your stitches are extremely messy, you think you're too sloppy to tell what the front stitch or the top stitch is, and your decreases sometimes end up not decreasing, so you're gonna have a friend watch and tell you what you're doing wrong. Yeah, it just takes some time too, and finding the right video. I taught myself how to crochet just off of YouTube videos, and it really does vary depending on which video you watch or who teaches you. There are just different techniques, and some techniques go right over my head, and then I watch the exact same technique but from a different person's point of view and perspective and the way they teach it, and it makes a ton of sense. And it's just all about practice and being able to make fun of yourself as you go through the creative process, because if you take it super seriously, you're going to get incredibly frustrated and burn out. Ask me how I know. I almost quit on my first and second day of crocheting because I wasn't getting it perfectly, and I was so mad. I was like, I don't understand. It's so easy for these people that are making videos, without me realizing it probably took them a lot of takes to make those tutorial videos, and or they've had years of experience to make their stuff look good. Is a learning curve for sure. Exactly, yeah. I can blame Lizzie for all the knots. Thankfully, I don't have any knots so far today. There's still time.
I did your baby.
Lizzie is just being a baby and honking away. I need to add some more fiber fill before I finish the last couple of stitches of this tail. I want it to be nice and stable. You do enjoy making fun of yourself? Yes. It's something I have had to learn. It's a skill in and of itself to be able to make fun of yourself in a still kind way, because there are ways of self-deprecation that are aggressive and not helpful, and then there are ways of making fun of yourself in a positive, silly, jest type way. Also something I've had to work on throughout the years, and I'm still not good at it. I still am a very harsh critic on myself, but trying. Exclamation point join. Okay, I think that is everything on this tail too. I'm going to leave this in here. As for what you like to crochet, you've tried to make a few spiders and made a hippo stuffy from a kit so far. Very cool. So you kind of want to do the amigurumi, the stuffed animal side of things. I love that. Your spiders all look like octopi though, because their legs curl up instead of going down. Okay. Alright, we've got our drops are cute. Everybody do exclamation point drop. We'll do a group drop. You'd love to try to make clothes at some point. You're waiting till you're much better. That is a recommendation I would definitely make for new people. Start with some flat projects too. Like start to try to make a square, or like a granny square, or a rectangle, a bookmark, headband. Make some of those flat projects before you start going on to the actual clothing, because you have to really practice the gauge so you know that your stitches and your tension is the right size for the project. Because if you get all the way along and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful sleeve, and then you put it on and the sleeve only goes to here when it was supposed to go down to here, you're like, oh, oops. Or the opposite happens, you're like, wow, this sleeve is massive because it's like way past your arm. You wouldn't want to have to feel like you've wasted a ton of your time and effort and energy. Okay, there we go. Alright, so our banjo boy has his tail here, and it's a little bit hard to get him to sit with said tail, so I'm trying to work that out. Alright, he does sit. He's not sitting as well as he had before. I probably could have sewn the tail up a couple extra rows. But overall, I think it's very, very cute. It did what I wanted it to do. He's cute, he's sweet, just like my big banjo boy always is. I need to do the toe beans. I do have some extra black yarn. They're not the same shade of black, so I'm going to use this shade. Can I ask for tips if you hasn't practiced? Absolutely, yeah. We have a great Discord community. We have lots of crocheters in our community, so if you would want to join our Discord, you're welcome to ask questions, or I know I'm personally happy to do like tutorials or hop on a voice call, video call, and go from there. I've done that for a couple people. Be right back, no worries, Lightning. Thank you. Okay, so I'm looking at where it wants the toe beans to be. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be at the top of the curve. And go straight down until right at this bottom part here. And it looks like it's 2 stitches away. And then again. Okay. That's not bad. That's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Exclamation point. Oh, I've already missed. Oops. Oh well. You also want to get a better setup for streaming crochet. Currently, you have a webcam on a small tripod. You can't really see what you're doing. Yeah, I started off with just using my phone, and I had a little tripod, and I had my phone, and like the video was like this, and it worked for what it was, but it wasn't great. It was at more like an angle, I guess. And so then I eventually, with the help of our community, we crowdfunded this DSLR camera, and I have that from like a top-down perspective. Cool, What Are You on a Hog? Thanks for offering that. Very cool. Alright. 1 down. This probably not going to be enough yarn for the next arm, but I'm going to try it and see. Actually, it's like right at the edge of being enough. I think I can get it. I think I can. I think I can. Be Thomas the Tank Engine, you guys. Was Thomas the one that would say, I think I can? No, that's the little engine that could. Yeah, that's the one. I managed to get it. Perfect. Let's get this in here. Who's yelling? Lizzie says, "Get into this dungeon, you guys!" Okay, one down. Do I do it for the bottom feet as well? I feel like I should stop. Jumps.
Exclamation mark start drop.
Nice shot.
I landed! Let's go!
Nice shot.
Lightning also landed. Nice. Right in there. Perfect. Alright, we got the top feetsies done. I'll be honest, you've been kind of wanting to help teach people how to at least get started on their project journey, but you literally never had the confidence to speak about it. Yeah, so, first of all, gratitude. Remember going back to the gratitude from earlier. I also never thought about, I mean, I've fiddled with the idea of doing tutorials and teaching people things, just because you guys have said, hey, why don't you do some videos and things like that, and I had the opportunity this summer to teach a crochet camp, and I to put a proposal together to teach a summer camp. And so I threw it out there to the universe, made a little proposal, and boom, I was accepted, and I had a waiting list. Like, people actually wanted to do it. I was mind blown. Do I do it with the bottom feet too? Looks like yes, I do it with the bottom feet as well. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do it with the bottom feetsies as well. So yeah, take this as your sign from the universe of try it. Try it. See what comes about. There's that. And we're gonna go from there to here. There to here. And then there to there. Perfect. You got it. You got it, dude. Channeling Michelle Tanner from Full House. You're gonna do it for sure, and then you're probably gonna heckin' do it again. Yeah. I was telling myself after the crochet camp, I was like, there's a lot of things that I would change, I would do differently in a future camp. First of all, lower the number of students. I don't mind the ages. The ages was fine because that was middle school-ish, 5th grade to 10th grade students. So I might change I wouldn't change the age range necessarily, but I would change the number of kids. So I ended up having 16, and that was far too many. Far too many. I think maybe next time, if I did a proposal for next summer, I may or may not even do a proposal for next summer, but it would be more of, I don't know if I would do a beginner camp again, or if I would do more of an intermediate camp, and to do like more amigurumi based kind of things like this, and you have to have the prerequisite skills to come into the camp, but I would probably limit it to maybe 6, 7, 8 max. I mean, maybe I'll do a beginner camp too. I don't know. I could do like a beginner camp in the morning and an intermediate camp in the afternoon, or I don't know how I would do it. I feel like it worked out a lot better than I was anticipating. Day 1, hot mess. The rest of the week, fantastic. But I still feel like I had too many students, that if I did another beginner camp next year, it would be fewer students allowed in each camp, or in each class. That's why I felt bad, because I was like, I originally had 10 as my max. And then I was like, well, I don't want to limit it to only a couple of kids. Like, maybe I could do 15. And then we had a wait list, and the coordinator was like, hey, can you handle, or can you add one more student? We have one student on a wait list. And I was like, yeah, I can handle one more. That was a bad Rebecca thing. I was like, why did you do this to yourself, ma'am? Why did you do this? Did I get paid per student? No, it was by hour, but I did get reimbursed for supplies per student. So it was just a per hour thing. But in terms of being able to purchase supplies for the camp, it was reimbursed per student. You're cool with kids and all, especially if they're among some of the best, most evolved people from the Gen Z, Gen Alphas, but good lord, you know you wouldn't be able to handle teaching and raising them as a mother. Oof. I know, it's something else. And I've never, like, taught an entire classroom of kids. And most of my students are nonverbal or minimally verbal, because I work with kids with special needs. And these were typical non-neurodivergent, like neurotypical kids of that mostly middle school. Lots of 6th, 7th, 8th graders. And it was a lot. I made one 6-7 joke, and I got the groans, which was what I was hoping for. I was really hoping for the, oh my god. And I got it. And then I made one joke that aged me and went right over their heads, and that was disappointing. I was like, oh, y'all, fine. Alright, here we go. Boom. Here we go. Finished project. Our banjo is completed. Here's our sweet German Shepherd boy. I will probably end up making a collar after all. I'll probably do like a dark blue, royal blue kind of thing for the Dallas Cowboys for my dad. But there we go. You're a kind soul, Becca. Seriously, props. Thank you. It's what I was put on this earth to do. Alright, so there's our banjo. Our banjo dude is done. Now I've also got this little Charizard in the works over here. So I need to add the stuffing for this. And the nice thing about buying the materials and things for the kids is I was able to, I bought this bag of fiberfill stuffing that they barely used any of it. So now I have an entire bag of fiberfill stuffing that I've been able to use for my own personal project that I didn't have to pay for. I mean, I paid for it. I'm waiting for the reimbursement check to come in. But that was really a nice thing, and came home with a bunch of extra yarn that the students didn't end up taking home. And I was like, what the heck? It's honestly people like you that make you tolerate people who are Christians a lot more. Nothing against you for your faith either. Yeah, absolutely. There are good Christians out there. There are bad Christians out there. There are good Jews and Muslims and Hindu and Buddhists and Catholics. There are bad of all of them. It's just people associate the rotten apples and the rotten ones of the bunch as the this is what they must all be like. And I pride myself on being able to show that there are good, genuine Christian girls out there. And I advocate for my faith in the way that I want to show how I feel about my faith. I also don't preach it to people because I want this to be a safe place. And I know we have people of all different denominations and faiths or non-faiths here, and that is okay. I love that. It's beautiful. I also want people to feel welcome here, whether they have a disability or not. So I try to make stream as accessible for people as I can. So of course I've got closed captions on at all point. We are a family-friendly community, so I pride all of us. I'm very, very happy and proud of everybody for being so respectful of the fact that we are family-friendly, because that allows for families of young kids or impressionable aged individuals to come in and know that it's going to be safe, that there's a safe place on the internet that they can go to and watch clean content. And don't forget, yeah, we do have the Becca Cow Stop emote. So that is a free emote that anybody can use at any point. If there is a conversation that is happening and you feel uncomfortable and I see that emote come up in chat, that is the indication to tell me, hey, without any follow-up questions, comments, or concerns, I will just move the topic along. There are some topics that we get into that can get a little bit heated or triggering, and I want everyone to feel as comfortable as possible. I can't cater to one person's perspectives, but I want as many people to feel comfortable as I can, and what is not traumatizing or triggering to me may be for somebody else, and vice versa. Somebody may come in and say something that just enacts a response from me that I didn't realize I had suppressed, and I don't want that to be the case. I don't want you guys to sit in silence and be uncomfortable. So please use, that's why we have the emotes, why we have things like this. Exclamation point. Join. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. All those that are among the best of those practices will commit to it all to the best of their ability. Exactly. And we offer warnings. Like, there are some people that come in and they may drop an F-bomb, or they may do like a sexual innuendo, and it's just a quick little gentle reminder. You're not going to get banned for your first offense unless it's like really, really explicit and outrageous. Then you will. But overall, most people just with a quick little exclamation point FF warning, that's all that needs to be said and done. Ads should be banned this one time. Banned. What else have I missed?
Exclamation mark start drop.
As you see it, at the end of the day, we truly all celebrate and practice the same set of spiritual qualities. Every group of people has a different name for it. Yeah, I love that. Cute puppy, thank you, Bahansume. I appreciate it. Alright, so here's part of our little Charizard. Okay, and then I need to put the tail on. Does the tail have an under... That was just the belly patch. Okay, there's no underneath of the tail. Perfect, okay. I can just put the tail on without worry. I'm gonna get this tail on, and then I'm gonna call it there because I am getting hungry. I had a very small breakfast this morning. I did not have a reasonable breakfast. All I had was a little bowl of cereal, and that was it. I didn't have a side of fruit. It didn't add any protein to it, so don't tell my dietitian. Oops. Oopsies. Don't tell her. Don't tell on me, chat. But it's gonna feel good having all of these little bits and pieces off of my desk and be done with it. Hey, Leopard! You'll be properly back in 7 minutes? Awesome. No, don't tell. Don't tell on me. Oops, I also have the tail wrong spot. Whoops. Okay, stab this. Stab the tail on so I can get it in the correct placement this time. Aha, much better. Heckin' rude of you, ads. I know, right? In 7 minutes, you're gonna get. He's gonna get timed out. Don't time Leopard out. I don't really have a specific amount of whipped cream that I use. I don't know. I just use a decent enough layer to cover the plate, and that way it's not like a tiny little dollop that is wasteless. But I also don't want there to be so much on there that my dogs will get sick from the amount of sugar. Did you miss anything? No, not really. I just read through your message, and I wholeheartedly agreed that we are all on this earth and just follow a moral code. Like, and I always just tell people, like, be a good person. And we like to end our streams letting people know, like, be the light out in the world that you want to see. That there's so much darkness in this world. Just be the light. Be a good person, whatever that means. We all have one life to live, regardless of if you believe in reincarnation or any of that kind of stuff. We currently have one physical body, one physical life that we lead, that we remember. Okay, there we go. Oops. Extra stream. Perfect. When is stream end? We're actually going to end it right now. I usually stream a little bit longer. I usually go until noon on Saturdays. But as I mentioned, I am getting kind of hungry. And I need to go get Grayson his meds. I haven't given him his meds this morning. So I need to give him his meds for after his surgery. And there we go. So here's the beginning of our shiny Pride Charizard. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This is... Where's my... There we go. So this is what I'm working on making. I'm going to be making a Pride Charizard. So that is what we are working on. Here's what there you go. He's super cute. I know, Leopard. You can always come back on Monday. I will be streaming again on Monday, and would love to have you come in and hang out with us for another crochet stream. Get you the noms? Yes. Thank you for hanging out with us all day. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I've made this Charizard many times in the typical Charizard colors, but I haven't made it in the gray with the rainbow colors. So I just wanted to try it and see if it ends up selling or not. So yeah. But thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the love that you guys gave to Grayson today. Are your questions weird? No. I'm an open book. I'm okay as long as things don't get like inappropriate or sketchy kind of things. People come in and ask me weird questions all the time. Weird questions, generic questions, I don't care. You can ask me anything, and if it's appropriate for chat, then I'll answer it. That's pretty much my go-to response. And hey, it's engagement. I love that there's engagement in the chat. That brings me joy. And I will see you guys Monday. That's my goal. Monday, more than likely Monday evening. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't have any plans this week, so Monday evening, typical. Wait a second. Mr. Becca. Mr. Becca. Do you have your dietitian on Monday? Is at 6, right? You said? Okay, so I'm going to do my stream a little bit earlier. I'm not going to do an evening stream. We're going to do our stream in the afternoon. So probably around like 2 o'clock or so, we'll do our stream on Monday, Central Standard Time. And then we will do an offline Elden Ring at some point during the week with Mr. Becca and Leisha. And then Saturday morning, I think we should still be good for this coming Saturday morning, the 8th. Just the very typical Becca streams again. Oh, and Wednesday morning. We will do Wednesday morning as a Wedding Prep Wednesday. I do still have that in there as well. Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine, Leopard. Am I going to be taking a hiatus too? You saw people were doing so themselves. No, I took a little bit of a hiatus already. I took off this last week because of Grayson's surgery, and I have been canceling streams a lot during the summer. Even though I've added extra streams, I've been canceling streams just as much because of doctor appointments and things like that with my parents and just myself. But I go back to work on the 10th. Our school year is starting again. So our fun daytime or morning Becca streams are going to come to an end pretty soon, except for Saturdays. I like to keep my Saturday mornings for you guys. But I will see you guys on Monday afternoon. And then next week, I'll post the schedule in Discord tomorrow. But Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, we'll do Monday afternoon, Wednesday morning, Saturday morning. Okay? I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Let's find somebody to raid. Boomst is online. We're going to go raid over to Ashley. I know we've raided her recently, but Ashley's still on that partner push, and I want to share the love with her. Not a family-friendly community, but very friendly and accepts me as family. So she's a wonderful human being. She is a Dead by Daylight content creator. Very sweet, very fun, very gay. Love her. So I hope you guys enjoy her content. And she's on that push for partners. So please, if you can, go just leave a lurk. Go say hello, leave a lurk, and then I will... Yes, spicy word wholesomeness. Exactly. Exactly. But I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Take care, everybody. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, mashed potato. See you soon, macaroo. Say goodbye, pumpkin pie. Toodaloo, kangaroo. Catch you later, operator. Adios, cinnamon toast. See you later. Goodbye, butterfly. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Again, be the light out into the world, and I will see you later. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye.
lizard, lizard.